You think you are just stressed, but your body is throwing a full-blown emergency flare and you keep calling it a bad mood, sudden shakiness or sweating, rage that comes out of nowhere, panic, then confusion over something simple, nightmares, waking up drenched, a headache that disappears fast, like a switch flipped. These are not personality flaws. They are often signs your blood sugar is dropping too low, and low sugar is urgent. Moving to slide 2. When blood sugar drops, your brain and nervous system react fast because glucose is a primary fuel. That is why the symptoms can feel random and intense. You can go from fine to shaky, sweaty, and ravenously hungry in minutes. Your hands get clumsy. You feel weak, dizzy, or unsteady. Vision can blur. Lips can tingle. Emotionally, you may turn irritable, anxious, or suddenly tearful, and then you cannot think clearly enough to explain what is happening. Here is what to do in the moment. If you have diabetes or you are on glucose-lowering meds, treat this as a true low until proven otherwise. Check your glucose if you can. If you cannot, do not wait. Take 15 to 20 grams of fast carbs, like glucose tablets, regular soda, juice, or candy that is not chocolate. Then recheck in about 15 minutes and repeat if you are still low. After you recover, add a small snack with carbs plus protein if your next meal is not soon. If lows happen without diabetes meds, or they are frequent, that is a medical workup, not a willpower issue. Pay attention to the pattern, especially the nights. Moving to slide 3. Nighttime lows often show up as weird sleep, not a clear warning. You wake sweaty or shaky. Your heart is racing the moment you open your eyes. The pillow is soaked, even though the room is cold. Dreams get vivid or disturbing. Morning comes with a headache and heavy fatigue that feels like a hangover. If this keeps happening, your sleep is not the problem. Your overnight sugar stability is. Moving to slide 4. High sugar can look quieter, but it grinds you down. You are thirsty, and it never feels satisfied. You are peeing a lot, especially at night. Your mouth is dry, your vision blurs, and you crash with extreme fatigue after meals. Cuts heal slowly. You get frequent infections. If that sounds familiar, do not guess. Get actual numbers with a glucose check and a lab A1C, then act on data. Moving to slide 5. The most common trap is the after-meal crash. You eat, you feel better, then about 2 hours later you get sleepy, foggy, and short-tempered. Hunger returns too soon. You get shaky before the next meal, and snacks start to feel mandatory just to stay normal. Do this with your next few meals. Build the plate around protein first, then high-fiber carbs, and add healthy fats. Keep sugary drinks and desserts separate from everyday meals, not paired with them. If you know a certain breakfast makes you crash, swap it for eggs or Greek yogurt plus berries, or a savory option. If you want a quick reality check, take a fingerstick or CGM look at 1 and 2 hours after eating. Your body will tell you which meals are pushing you into a spike, then a drop. That data makes the driving test obvious. Moving to slide 6. Think about the last time you drove on a day you felt off. If you're missing exits you never miss, reacting late to brake lights, or you keep catching yourself with heavy eyelids, that's not just being tired. Sudden yawns, shaky hands on the wheel, and that weird, floaty impatience can show up before you fully realize what's happening. Some people get oddly bold, speeding, weaving, taking gaps they normally would not. Others snap at tiny delays, like a red light is personal. If any of this hits while you're driving, treat it like a real safety issue. Get to the next safe pullover spot, turn on hazards, and check in with your body. Driving is where small symptoms turn into big consequences fast, and your brain is usually the first place you notice it. Moving to slide 7. A lot of people label these episodes as anxiety, but there's a pattern that points somewhere else. If the panic feeling follows hunger, or shows up when you've gone longer than usual without eating, pay attention. If you feel your heart race, you start sweating, your hands tremble, and you get intensely irritable, then you eat and it calms down quickly. That's a very different story than anxiety that lingers. Timing matters. Does it happen late morning, mid-afternoon, after a workout, or after you skipped a meal? Does it show up after a sugary breakfast that didn't include much protein or fat? Then you crash a couple hours later. Track the clock. not just the emotion. When symptoms reliably improve within about 10 to 15 minutes of eating fast carbs, it's a strong clue that your body is asking for fuel. Moving to slide 8. If you take diabetes meds, you have to assume low blood sugar is on the table until proven otherwise. Insulin and sulfonylureas are the two big ones that can drive glucose too low, especially when real life gets messy. The common triggers are dose errors, eating later than planned, or eating less than you expected. Alcohol is a sneaky multiplier because it can reduce your liver's ability to release glucose when you need it. So lows can hit harder and later. Exercise changes insulin needs too. A workout can increase glucose use during activity and make you more sensitive afterward, including overnight. And if you have kidney disease, some meds can stick around longer, raising exposure and the risk of a prolonged low. If your symptoms have a clear link to meds, meals, alcohol, or exercise, treat that link as actionable information, not a mystery. Moving to slide 9. Numbers help you stop guessing. If you can check your glucose, below 70 milligrams per deciliter is low. That's the point where you treat. Below 54 is clinically significant low, meaning you need to take it seriously and not wait it out. Use fast carbs first, then recheck in about 15 minutes, and repeat if you're still low. High numbers matter too when they come with symptoms. Over 200 with excessive thirst, frequent urination, blurry vision, or nausea is worth acting on. Persistent fasting readings above 126 on more than one day is a red flag to bring to your clinician. And if you see repeat spikes after meals, don't just blame one bad meal. Look for a consistent pattern. The goal is simple. Let the data tell you whether you're chasing anxiety, a low, a high, or a repeatable routine problem. Moving to slide 10. There are moments where you don't troubleshoot, you escalate. If you pass out, have a seizure, or you're so confused you can't follow basic instructions, that's emergency territory. The same goes for slurred speech, or behavior that looks like intoxication when you haven't been drinking, because severe hypoglycemia can mimic a neurologic event. Call emergency services. If you cannot keep liquids down, especially with high readings and vomiting, you can dehydrate fast and slide toward diabetic ketoacidosis or severe hyperglycemia. Watch for signs like very dry mouth, rapid breathing, abdominal pain, or profound weakness. If you're peeing a lot, extremely thirsty, and getting lightheaded when you stand, dehydration is already in motion. Even without a dramatic crisis, recurring episodes deserve help. If lows keep happening, if you need repeated treatments, or if your timing patterns are changing, contact your prescribing clinician. Medication adjustments, meal timing, and exercise plans can be tuned, but only if you bring a clear record of what's been happening. Your safety is the priority, and consistency is the clue that gets you answers. Moving to slide 11. For the next 7 days, you are going to collect evidence that a clinician can actually use. Start with a simple log. Every time you eat or drink calories, write the time, what it was, and roughly how much. You do not need perfect macros. You do need the basics, like whether it was mostly carbs, mostly protein, or high fat. When symptoms hit, capture the timestamp and rate intensity from 0 to 10. Then list what you felt, like shaky, sweaty, anxious, weak, wired, foggy, nausea, headache, fast heart rate. Add what you did next, like ate, waited, exercised, or took caffeine. Also record exercise with start time, duration, and intensity. Log alcohol with the number of drinks and timing, because late effects matter. Capture sleep, including bedtime, wake time, and any night waking. Finally, note unusual stress, illness, or a skipped meal. Bring this to your appointment as a one-page summary of patterns. Real data turns a scary guess into a workable plan, especially when symptoms are happening in real time. Moving to slide 12. When symptoms start, pause. Stop what you are doing, sit down, and quickly assess safety. If you might faint, do not drive, do not climb stairs, and do not push through a workout. If you have a glucose meter or a CGM, check it. If it is low, use fast carbs you can measure, like 15 grams of glucose tablets, regular soda, or juice. Avoid chocolate or high-fat snacks here because fat slows absorption. Set a timer for 15 minutes, then recheck if you can. If you are still low, repeat the same measured amount. If your number is not low but you feel awful, treat it as a warning sign. Hydrate and write down what happened rather than chasing it with random snacks. The goal is to correct what is real without swinging from low to high and back again, so your log stays clean and useful. Moving to slide 13. Look for patterns, not isolated weird days. Fast onset symptoms deserve attention, and night symptoms are especially loud signals. Measure when you can, then adjust the plan with your clinician instead of guessing. If you want more step-by-step videos like this, subscribe. Comment your most common sign when symptoms hit. This content is for education only and is not medical advice. If you think you are having a medical emergency, call your local emergency number. Insulin drives the system. Understand it.